Imagine this. You sit down to do something important. Maybe it's homework. Maybe it's work. Maybe it's just a book you've wanted to finish for months. You tell yourself, this time I'm actually going to focus. 5 minutes later, you're watching a video you don't even remember clicking. You weren't bored. You weren't lazy. So what happened? 20 years ago, this wasn't normal. People sat through entire movies without checking a screen, read for hours, studied without reaching for their phone every few minutes. So did humans suddenly become less disciplined? No. The world changed, and your brain changed with it, but probably not in the way you think. Here's what nobody tells you. Your focus didn't disappear, it got stolen. The biggest companies on Earth aren't competing for your money. They're competing for something far more valuable, your attention. Every second you spend scrolling, watching, refreshing makes someone money. So they've spent billions of dollars answering one question. How do you keep people from leaving? Not by forcing you to stay, by making your brain want to stay. Think about the last time you opened TikTok or Instagram or YouTube Shorts. Did you open it because you knew exactly what you wanted to watch? Probably not. You opened it because maybe, just maybe, in the next video would be amazing. That's the trick. Your brain isn't obsessed with certainty. It's obsessed with uncertainty. Casinos have known this for decades. Slot machines don't hook people because they win every time. They hook people because they don't. The uncertainty keeps people pulling the lever. Your phone works the exact same way. Every refresh is another pull. And every time that pull pays off, even a little, your brain releases a small hit of dopamine, the same chemical behind gambling and junk food. It feels good for half a second. Then it fades. And your brain wants another one. You're not distracted because you're weak. You're distracted because products engineered by very smart people are working exactly as designed. But here's where it gets worse. Most people think scrolling is what destroys focus. It isn't. The real damage happens after you stop. Imagine you're locked into writing an essay. Your phone lights up. You check one notification. 5 seconds. Seems harmless. Except your brain never actually came back. Psychologists call this attention residue. When you switch tasks, part of your attention stays behind for up to 23 minutes. So the 30-second phone check didn't cost you 30 seconds. It cost you almost half an hour of real usable focus. And the average person checks their phone 96 times a day. Do the math on that. That's not a focus problem, that's death by 1,000 cuts. Even if you avoided every distraction, there's one more thing quietly working against you. Sleep. Sleep isn't just about energy. While you sleep, your brain does maintenance. It strengthens memories, repairs connections, and flushes out waste that builds up during the day. Cut that short, and your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for focus and self-control, goes offline. You're trying to concentrate with a brain that's running on low battery and hasn't been cleaned in days. Of course it doesn't work. So can you actually fix this? Yes. And it doesn't start with more discipline. It starts with removing temptation. First, protect your first hour. Don't touch your phone for the first 60 minutes after you wake up. Your brain is most receptive first thing in the morning, before the noise gets in. Use that window for the one thing that actually matters that day. Second, work in blocks. Your brain wasn't built for hours of continuous focus. It was built for sprints. 25 minutes of full concentration, then a 5-minute break. One task, one window, no multitasking, 4 rounds, then a longer break. You'll get more done in 2 hours like this than in a full, scattered day. Third, make distraction harder to reach than focus. Put your phone in another room. Delete the apps that pull you hardest. Turn off every notification that isn't a real human calling you. The goal isn't willpower. Willpower runs out. The goal is making distraction inconvenient enough that your brain stops defaulting to it. You were never born with a short attention span. You trained one. And anything the brain can learn, it can also unlearn. The people who seem to have incredible focus aren't stronger than everyone else. They've just built a world where distraction has fewer places to hide. So tomorrow, before you unlock your phone, ask yourself one question. Am I choosing what gets my attention today? Or is someone else choosing for me?